Well, coming out now is the athletes for the recurve women's individual bronze medal match. Let's hand over to our stadium announcer.
On target number 1, representing the USA, en la paca número 1, representando los Estados Unidos de América, Kaufhold. On target number 2, representing Canada, en la paca número 2, representando a Canadá, Eleanor Brug. The line judge for this match, la juez de línea para este match, Alma Piñeiro.
So what a lineup we've got here. 18-year-old Casey Kaufhold from the USA is the world number 5, went to the Olympics in Tokyo, took a silver medal at the World Championships last year. There was a bronze in the Pan Am Games of 2019 for her. Up against a 28-year-old unseeded Canadian, Eleanor Brug. Interesting matchup. We haven't got much data on the Canadian. This 18-year-old is a star in the making.
9, 9. Nueve, 9.
Really going to be a match of experience versus perhaps not knowing what to expect, which can be a good place to be for Canadian, but it's a little bit nervous to start off with.
She did. I'm glad you said that.
9.
Good grouping though.
Nueve, 9.
Solid start.
Nueve, 9.
Well, excellent grouping from the Canadian, but 3 9s beaten by a single 10 from Kaufhold, who goes 2-0 up. Look, it's interesting that you talked about experience on the side of an 18-year-old American here, Casey Kaufhold, going up against Eleanor Brug, who's 10 years older than her. But we haven't seen much of her. A bit unorthodox as well, the gloves that she's wearing. Is that something that you're familiar with?
No, I imagine that's just protection from the sunshine, just for that reason rather than an archery reason.
Grouping was great though, so indications that if she can just shift that down to the right a bit, she could be quite tough to beat.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant group, I'd say. Unfortunately, don't kind of get points for groups. You can put 3 together on a 10-pence piece within the 3, you get 9, but yeah, just going to send them up just slightly.
Well, it's just the start that Kaufhold would have wanted, losing out to Rendon from Colombia in the semi-finals. Brug went out to Dos Santos of Brazil. Definitely see that wind picking up. Canada's Brug 2-0 down, starts the second set.
Siete, 7. Nueve, 9.
Like, Kaufhold really swung her arm round to the right there. Just make an adjustment, but perhaps overdid it. So the Canadian just leaning back slightly in the shot.
8, 8.
Maybe a 9, low right.
10, 10. 8, 8.
Well, upgrades from a 28 to a 29 in the second set as Casey Kaufhold, and goes 4-0 up. After such a great group in the first set, they were a little bit all over the shop for Brug. Any indication as to why that might be?
Yeah, a little bit high and low. I think more than anything, I think there's a bit of nervousness in there. I don't think, nothing particularly going wrong. But we're getting that difference in the wind, it did look really calm at some stages, and then other stages it's gusting again. So, and it does seem to be a headwind, which will potentially push arrows down. So I think that's going to be a factor to consider.
Target 2 will start shooting. La paca número 2 comenzará disparando. Official results on the second set. 4 points for the USA, 0 points for Canada. Resultados oficiales en este segundo set. 4 puntos para los Estados Unidos, 0 puntos para Canadá.
Well, that's not something you want to hear in the venue if you're Canadian. 4-0 down, Eleanor Brug. Nothing to lose for her now. Can she just settle down? To be fair to her, she looks really solid in the position. The process she's going through looks smooth.
Yeah, like I say, no major issues. Can't see anything terribly wrong, but I can only imagine there's some nervousness going on there. The only curious thing I see about her bow is, look at her long rod just now. There's something, a wide, almost looks like a piece of material on the long rod at the front. Never seen anything like that before. I've got no idea whether that's to give her some sort of wind indication, but for me it's only going to help push the bow up and down as wind comes towards you.
Again, a great group. Took the words out of my mouth, or maybe I took them out of yours. An 8 for a 24, and that will mean a share of the points. In the individual competition, the target is 6 set points, so Kaufhold provisionally holding that 4-point lead. Kaufhold starting with that 7. Seemed to acknowledge that there was something wrong there. Was it a process thing with that first shot, or was it picked up by the wind? Any idea?
I mean, it could be either. You know, when you're just a bit annoyed that something hasn't quite gone right, you might have been aiming not where you wanted to, or you can see the arrow being taken by the wind as well as you look down the range.
We're watching the bronze medal match here in the recurve women's individual competition at the Pan American Championships. Eleanor Brug of Canada 5-1 down to Casey Kaufhold from the USA. Shoots first in the 4th set.
9.
That's better. Key thing here though is Kaufhold knows she just has to match the Canadian to take the medal here at the zonal championships. But again, drifting over to the right.
Seven.
Yeah, we did hear a big breeze on the microphone as Kaufhold shot that last shot, and all her arrows are going off to the right. So you know, look at those pops on the target. She's just in the sight there. She's got to move this group over.
Eight.
So a 24 set. And that means that 7 is enough. Into the 9 for a 26. A slightly lower scoring set for the pair of them, but a 7-1 victory for Casey Kaufhold means that she is on the podium at the 2022 Pan American Championships, where she'll be collecting the bronze medal.